started because it's only 15 minutes left. You can
Yes.
get. Yeah.
So we'll start from the bus and
Yes.
go like.
Yeah. Hi, Shana.
Hi, Vivisha. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. So let's get started. So the first picture is actually traveling in a bus. So I like traveling in buses because it usually feels like I'm traveling in my own car. So I feel comfortable. And usually the bus drivers usually take precautions, safety precautions. So I like that. So what about you?
I love to travel on buses with my friends and even with my family members while going on a long trip. Like going to nearby states, countries, and like traveling on a bus is so good. Like listening to the music, looking all the
Yeah.
nature sites. So it's good. Well,
So
I don't like to go on a crowded bus. Like I don't
yeah.
prefer a crowd.
So, but actually, when traveling at night, we should be careful sometimes because when if the driver is feeling sleepy or something, there might be an accident. So usually there should be 2 drivers or 3 drivers.
Yeah.
So that's all about buses. So the next one is the second picture is traveling in trains. So I like traveling in trains, but I usually don't like waiting in the train stations, usually in India, because it might be dirty. But I usually like traveling in train, especially when we are in a long, long trip to somewhere. So it also matters about the hygiene. But usually I like going on trains. You? What about you?
I have never experienced a travel on train, Shana, but I hope it's going to be good. Like, the positives are nowadays bullet trains and all those fast modes of transport have come.
Yeah.
So we can travel so easily. But the one thing that I don't like about trains is the sound. We can't travel peacefully.
Yeah.
That the shaking of the track, and that is all a bit like disturbing.
Even when we try to sleep,
Yeah.
the train will always be moving, so we'll continuously be falling down.
Yeah. So that
So
will.
yeah. So the third picture is actually traveling in a ship or a cruise. So I like traveling in cruises. Also, actually, I have only traveled in a ship once in Kerala. So I actually loved the experience. But sometimes it could make me feel seasick. So that's one problem. And also, there are many animals, many fishes in the sea, which makes me feel scared. But behind all these, except all these facts, I like traveling in a ship. I just love to see all the sceneries, the open air, fresh air, actually. So, what about you?
So I liked your way of speaking and your statements. It was nice and indeed interesting. Basically, I love to travel on a cruise or a ship. Like basically, it's very nice with friends. Like I
Yeah.
prefer friends rather than families because traveling with friends is kind of I
Fun.
like the vibe. And you can do a lot of fun without parents. If there are parents, you have to follow many precautions.
Yeah.
You have
But actually, sometimes we have to follow precautions. We have to be safe. But other than that, even
vibing with friends, partying, it's all nice. Well, I don't have any minus because I love sea creatures, I love everything, love the
yeah.
sceneries, vibe, everything. So I don't have any minus.
So, but before going on a ship, we should actually see the weather. So, if there's a lightning or thunderstorm, we have to be careful because
And
it
cause great destruction.
yeah. And so the fourth one is traveling in a car. So I love traveling in car. Wherever we go, I'll always ask my parents to travel in cars because we always travel with family. We can do anything. We can stop anywhere. But other than bus, we are with many people, many strangers. So we can't stop wherever we want. But when we are going in a car, we are with family, so we can stop wherever we want.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's any minus or something.
Yeah.
So do you like traveling in cars, Vibisha?
Yes, Shana, I would love to travel in a car, especially while going on hilly areas. I would always prefer.
Yeah.
And then traveling with the family along with my friends. Like also my friends would come. It's good. But traveling in the cars is one thing. Is the minus is the mm, I think the driver should be like a bit safe, and he should be
Yeah.
a one we can trust. And
You should wear a seat belt. That's
Yeah.
the main thing.
and then I think opening the sunroof and
Yeah.
going in it.
But not all cars have sunroofs, so that's one thing. So
And
the
mine
fifth
mine
picture.
has, so I can experience it.
Yeah.
I love.
So the fifth one, the last and final one, is actually traveling in the air, in an aeroplane. So
Yeah.
I like traveling in an aeroplane because it will be really so clean. So even once when I was traveling to Singapore, it was really clean. The air hostess were really so kind and everything. And also, but there is one problem. The pilot should really be careful because in an aeroplane there are many different tools, and if they touch one wrong thing, anything could go wrong. Something could.
A plane can
And
crash.
usually, flights take off at night. So usually the pilot should be awake. And also they should not be jet lagged or something, or else they may feel dizzy.
Yeah.
But sometimes I do feel scared when I'm going on an aeroplane because we'll be so high.
Yeah.
And also I really be scared of, crashing.
Yeah.
I have seen many videos about
With
planes.
crash.
Yeah. So what about you?
So I like to travel on a plane. I think it's a good time saver because it's the fastest mode of transport. And I think the air hostess are kind, as you
Yeah.
said, like it's kind of the vibe is so good. Like, but the travel time is so boring. Like, I don't prefer the traveling time. Like, you have to sit on at the same place. You can't do
But
anything.
there's one plus point. We get to see many places. We
Yeah,
go
yeah.
we feel like we're going really slow, but at the time we're going really fast.
Nice, yeah.
And so we literally see everything small. Big buildings will be small to our eyes when we are
Yeah.
traveling. And there's also one more problem. So when usually when we are taking off, every 1 minute our ears will get blocked. So literally every 1 minute I have to blow my ears like this. So that's one problem.
Yeah.
So which is your favorite mode of transport?
I think traveling on a cruise is my favorite one. What do you think? Yes.
And my favorite one is actually traveling by car. I always love traveling in car, especially like the same thing, especially when traveling to hill stations. So we could stop wherever we want, and usually when we go with friends or family, it just makes it way happier.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Super, very good, very clean, much better one compared to this because you had a lot of points and it was done in about 9-10 minutes. In the exam, they'll give you 5 minutes, similar, like 5 minutes, but this time it is like, that's okay. I just wanted to get this one.
Yes.
Very good, a lot of points were posted. And Vibisha's most favorite one is ship. She was talking about, and because she wanted to spend time with friends rather than family. That's a very unique answer, very different, distinct answer. I felt like, and she really maintained it. And when we talked about it, most favorite one, I'll go with a couple of questions for each of you.
Yes,
I'll
sir.
start with Shana.
Yes.
How many times you have been in a flight? How many times you have been in a flight?
Sir, probably more than 5 times, sir.
Sure, because you told like there are a lot of positives because you can visit so many places. A lot
Yes,
of
sir.
things will look small and all that. So a lot of good points. But still, it's boring, isn't it? Like Vibhisha was telling.
Yes, sir.
Still, it's kind of boring, especially if it's going to be a long flight. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But you prefer car. Sometimes it is very cramped, isn't it? Very cramped, Shana. Sometimes very cramped.
Sir,
But
but that picture is cramped, but in our car, it's actually a bit spacious. So we have lots of space.
sure.
And
That's
also,
it.
it's just my mom,
Sure.
dad, my sister, and I. So we also have a huge back seat. So we
Super.
kind of
Super. Very nice. And I really liked it. And you carried yourself very well. And a lot of good points were discussed. I'm very happy for that. And
Yes,
have been in a metro. Have been in a metro train,
yes,
Shana?
sir, many times, sir.
In which city you are in?
So usually when we are going to Chennai, sir, we usually go to Chennai because our cousins and everyone are in Chennai. So we always travel by train and we are going to Chennai.
Sure. Okay, very good. Let me quickly do this with Vibhisha, then I'll let you know the score for both of you.
Yes, sir.
You kind of talked about cruising and all that. The overall thing. How many times you have been in a cruise?
So not even once, sir. But my friend has been on cruise. She said it was amazing, and I described it. It was amazing. Like I wanted to travel.
So how many times you have been in a flight though?
So flight once, sir.
How many times approximately?
Once.
Which city did you go to?
So I went to Mumbai.
When was it?
So
When was it?
so I like you're asking the year.
When was it? When did you go?
So I went 2 years back.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
All right. So did you like it?
So I liked it, but Mumbai was a bit polluted.
So you didn't like the city?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Great. The trains are like different types are there, but you said like this. The car you don't really prefer, is it?
So I love cars, but as compared with cruise, I don't prefer cars.
Super. Very good. And I think this one was very interesting. Like you really both got into this. You kept. It was quite natural. It was quite natural. Sometimes Sana was telling everyone are, everyone is. You want to go with the is.
Yes, sir.
Cousins and everyone are, you said. Kind of. And the other place, Vibhisha was saying uses. It should have been news because I didn't point out that time. Nuisances, like there is no word called nuisances. Other than that, it was quite natural. Only you have to cut down on your time. They might tell you like 5 minutes or 6 minutes maximum.
Yes, sir.
It won't be more than 6 minutes. But I just let it go because I wanted to really, I wanted both of you to really get it. This is a very huge score. You're going to get a 98 out of 100 for both of you because,
Thank you.
yeah, I
Thank you.
didn't even interrupt because it was almost perfect score they will give. I generally don't give, but most of the examiners will give. Very nice. You had respect for both of you. Both of you had respect for each other, and a lot of listening took place. Speaking, more than speaking, they will look for the listening. So you did listening. You did listen to the other partner. Very good job,
Thank
and
you,
I really
sir.
liked it. Unfortunately, we didn't have a lot of persons, but fortunately, you both were there. You delivered it. Very good. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Good job. Very good job.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Hi, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Sure.